Here they come.
What you should do is be going live on Facebook.
Hello and welcome, everyone, to Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippitt, where we help you grow and scale your business whilst avoiding costly mistakes. I'm Darby. I am your gateway to Nick. So if during the course of these calls you think, man, I'd like to have some personal one-on-one coaching with Nick, you have to go through me. I'm like the moat. I am the Nick Lippitt moat. And once I go, you can walk over me to get to Nick. That's how it goes. Otherwise, it's water filled with alligators. So watch your step, buddy. Before we go any further, though, I do want to. We've been doing some really cool stuff that we've kind of been teasing a little bit. So if you are in the Heartbeat community, if you're not, get in there. If you're listening on the podcast on Spotify or Apple or however you get your podcasts, we're doing every day. We're going to be posting new things, and all of us are going to be posting. I'm going to be posting. Nick Forrest is going to be posting mostly about short pants. How can I wear short pants in the winter and not be cold? He's going to be doing stuff like that. We're going to have MG posting. We're going to have Ali posting. Nick Lippitt himself is going to post. Rachel's going to be posting. So we're going to be posting every day. So there's a lot of added stuff that we're going to be doing with the Heartbeat community. So make sure your notifications are on, so they bling you every time something happens in the Heartbeat community. So after all of that, it's been a long day, everyone. It's Nick Lippitt.
Thanks, Darby. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Man, it has been a long day. I hate this bullshit dark at 5.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
It doesn't work for me.
Doesn't work for anybody.
I'm going to figure out how to get this fixed. This will be my next task. I'm going to fix this sunlight problem.
Okay.
Put
that at number
there's
one.
not enough time to get the stuff done. I literally just came from hanging out with the boys in the field. Thank God our skidsters have lights on them. They're unloading all these trees with the skidster with the lights on and putting them at this client's home. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like right now, Darby and I were talking about it yesterday. Rachel and I were talking about it a couple of days ago. I was talking about it with one of my vendors today. It feels like July.
Yeah.
For us. And maybe it's because I've just gone back in the field a little bit. Maybe this is what Ignacio feels like all the time. I don't know. No wonder Joe doesn't answer his phone. No, it's man, we are moving and shaking. And I don't care if it snows between now and the end of the year, because we have a ton of shit to do. Like a ton.
We do.
But it's a good thing, right? And
it is a good thing.
I actually had a coaching call this morning with a new gentleman that's joined our group from Tennessee. Super good dude. Darby, wait till you see his hairdo. It's fire.
I mean, I don't know what that means, because you hate my hair. My hair is obviously amazing. So I guess we're going to have to see.
It looks like he gets a perm.
Oh my God, really? I've been asking for a perm forever, and you guys won't allow
it. No, we were talking about this morning, and he's like, Nick, like, we're just in seasonal mode and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, is it cold? And he's like, it's coldish. And I said, do you get snow? And he's like, no. And I said, dude, the seasonal side of your business is just a mindset.
Right.
Like,
made up.
I said, we're moving balls to the wall right now. Like every single crew, every single day. Basically from damn close to sun up to dark, right? Because
literally,
by the time we're hitting the job sites, like it's just barely peaking. And then most of the guys are actually working it into the dark. So yeah, it's busy. It's busy, but it's good busy, right? I mean, it's a little chaotic busy, but everybody would tell you that's what I thrive off of.
And you do in fact do that. It's funny, that seasonal thing, when people talk about seasonal. Like, I met with 2 people yesterday that want swimming pools, and it's November and they want swimming pools. So seasonal, I mean, that is definitely made up. Like, this time's change, it's made up. So that's a good thing to get out of that mindset, especially if it doesn't get cold where you are.
I think the cool thing about swimming pools, and what's funny, is that everybody in the coaching program wants to add them now. Seasonal pools make you swimming pools make you a non-seasonal business, because this is like go time, right? For sales right now is go time. And if you want to swim by Memorial Day, you might almost be too late.
It's close. Yeah.
It's getting real close. I mean, obviously the last one we built, Abraham and I were talking about it today, because Abraham's back in town, and he was gone for about a month or 5 weeks. And he left right as we were dropping that swimming pool on the ground.
Oh man.
And when he got back and we went there yesterday, the day before, he's like, holy shit. I said, yeah, man, we're moving.
It's
Like,
a holy shit project. It's amazing looking. It really is. Like even if it were someone else's, I'd be like, man, that is
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
So I'll send you another video tomorrow, Derby, or the next day, or the whole team. We're putting in 9 Colorado spruces down that fence line. And like we're strategically tucking them into the water slide and stuff. So it's cool. Yeah.
It's
9
really
trees,
beautiful.
$1,250 a piece.
There it is.
Ching.
Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
I said, just Venmo me.
Like
She asked me how I
constantly. Yeah, just send me Venmos every day.
she asked me how I felt about trading out for ski passes. I said, well, Rich, when I hate skiing. Not really, but we're kind of over it. I think we burned ourselves out in doing it too much. So now like we go up and it's fun and but it's like not our go-to thing.
Ski passes
Also,
don't pay
some
your
of
overpaid
us
sales guys either.
have
Yeah.
old knees, and hot chocolate and books by the fire seems way better than burning out your knee on the mountain.
That's also
Truth.
just a mindset.
Burning out your knee is a mindset.
Thinking that it hurts is a mindset.
Okay. A mindset that coincides with being what word I'm looking for? Human. But that's okay.
Oh man. Yeah.
So it's funny that we were talking about seasonal stuff at the beginning because, we're going to kind of talk about, for part of the call anyway, talking about going into the winter or wherever you are. And people could be listening to this podcast in France. I mean, I don't know. So there's
It
winter
snows
in
in
France eventually, but
France.
it snows in France. Oh, it does. It snows in France. They drink wine and they like take smoke breaks and they complain about everything. That's their job sites last about 4 hours a day because they just start bitching for like the last 3 hours of the day. That's how it goes there. But we're going to talk about what you do heading into the winter. So I remember when I was running mine, I always thought, geez, what am I going to do? You always think snow, 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 snow. But what do you want to plan for next year? Because if you start getting into snow and you don't know what the hell you're going to do next year, so what are the things people should be thinking about as we are here a week away from Thanksgiving, which is crazy,
Isn't it?
Yeah,
it is totally crazy. I told Rachel, like, I don't even know where the year went. It's over in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Let that settle in.
Feels fast.
I think there's a lot of things that that we could talk about on this call. But what I would tell you in our businesses, because when it's warm and the sun is up, we're going 150 miles an hour.
Yep.
We really are. And so this is a really, really, really great time to implement things inside of your business. That's what we really focus on. Like we have a meeting on Friday as a team and we've been doing it for about a month now, but we're talking about all the things that we're going to be working on through the winter so that in March, right, or by the Garden and Home Show, like we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Like Darby and we're meeting every single week and we're in the back end of our system fixing and adjusting every single pricing kit that we have in place, right? It's really hard to fix 100 kits in the middle of the summer. So we just tweak them on the fly. But now we're literally going in and I'm like, all right, Darby, these 10 items, these 50 kits.
Right.
When you're done with those, come back. I'll give you 10 more items.
I'll give you some
50 more kits. Because that's how these businesses become so streamlined. Like the guys at the top aren't at the top because they're figuring shit out on the fly all the time.
Yeah.
And once your systems are built, you're tweaking them, but when you build out a production kit for patios, it's not going to change in a year or 2 years or 3 years. Like you build patios the way you build patios, right? Like, once they're set and done, there's not much to do with them, right? So right now we're talking about all the stuff we're going to implement inside of our business. And this is a really, really, really good time for systems and process and software.
We're thinking about the time savings in the summer too, right? Because we were talking about that. Like if we fix all these kits, you don't have to go through and review those bids like you had to before. You're making sure all that stuff is right because it'll be right. So the time it'll save in that crunch time of June, July, August, whatever.
Yeah. So The other thing is that we're talking to a lot of smaller businesses, right? Like,
Right.
how many people in this room, drop it in the chat box, have less than 10 people? How many people in here don't have an administrative team? How many people in here are actually writing the process themselves?
Right.
And so this is a great time to do that and a great time to focus on that. And hopefully you set yourself up from a cash flow standpoint so that you can focus on the infrastructure of your business. And as jobs come in, they come in, right? And snow comes in, we deal with it. But for us, to be honest, I hate the snow, but I kind of look forward to the snow because it gives us the opportunity to work on those things,
Yeah.
right? And without system and process, you're not scalable. And so if you've been stuck at a single owner position for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, it's because you're not taking advantage of what's coming right now. And that's the time to do this. I remember, man, when I was coming along this time of the year, I don't know, I'm trying to think, maybe 6 or 8 years ago, dude, I was in like cruise control mode. I
Yeah.
might wake
Oh,
up at 8 o'clock.
I did
Like
it.
I was
I
like,
did
oh,
it.
this is perfect. I
I
am
did it.
excited for this season.
Yep.
Darby, what does it take for Abraham to make you a latte? Do you have any idea?
I don't know. He's never made one for me, so he offers it a lot. He's like, "Oh, I'll make you a latte," but he's never done it. So I don't know if he actually. I don't know that he knows how.
I've been waiting for it for 14 minutes. Um, um, so what I think, make a list, right? Grab a whiteboard, grab a piece of paper, put a note in your phone. Where's my latte?
Write that on your
Drop your
paper.
note.
Where is my damn latte? Start
What
your paper with
Abraham and
that.
I know that none of the rest of you know is post 4:30, 5 p.m. lattes in this home have approximately 2 sips drank out of them, and then they get cold and then he doesn't want them anymore. So we
Do you
always
ever, Darby, do you have the ability to mute? And Darby knows you're lying because I had one last night with him while we were recording podcasts and I drank the whole thing. Um, so start making a list, right? Put it on your phone, put it on a piece of paper, write it on your forehead. I don't care. Put it on the mirror in your bathroom and start thinking about all of the things that you need to start building in the structure of your business. Let's simple. Do you have an accounting system? Like legit accounting system? Can you track how much money you spent on what categories last year? If you're not working on budgeting by now, you're late.
Yeah.
We've been working on budgeting in Elevate to Greatness with our mentor clients for, I think, about 4 weeks now, to the point where I'm over it, but we're still plugging through it. Numbers are tough because I'm working on numbers for Rocky Mountain and then I'm working on numbers for all of the boys. Um, so when you're working on numbers after numbers after numbers after numbers, it gets exhausting after a while. But, what does the budget look like for next year? Are you figuring out um, what your revenue is going to be based off the employees that you need to hire? Who do you need to hire? If you're trying to figure out who you're going to hire in March or April, you're late.
They're gone.
And the people that you're looking to hire have already been taken.
They're working for someone else.
Maybe you're looking at the H-2B program. Like if you're looking at the H-2B program and your applications aren't already filled out, well, you can forget that. That cutoff's already come and gone.
Right.
Because those are issued on January 1st. So you really want to be thinking about the administrative side of your business. The other thing is what equipment do you have that needs to be worked on? Like I guarantee you have stuff that you're just looking at and you're like, oh man, all summer I should be dealing with that, should be dealing with that, should be dealing with this. The other thing is start thinking about the content. How are you going to get in front of people organically? Like, what are you recording? What are you doing in the field? Go back out and reach out to all of your clients that you did great work for. And let's work on your 5-star reviews. Let's work on your image. This is a really, really good time to reset and work on your mindset, read books that are appropriate for where you're trying to go, get inside of mentorship groups, get inside of trainings, go to trainings. Like, dude, I was looking at my training schedule the other day and I'm like, oh my God, I already have anxiety and it's not even here yet. Sean's calling me. He's like, Nick, can you come for 3 days? And I'm like, 3 days? I'm going to present one time. You got me one time. And he's like, Nick, but that's not how I'm doing my classes. I said, I don't care.
That's how you're going to do them now.
The very beginning of the first day. And then after that, you can break up into all the classes you want. But I'm not presenting 4 times a day ever again.
Record it, play it again.
Yeah, you can record it, put it up on the big screen.
Right.
But, figure out what trainings are you going to go to. This is a really good time here in Colorado. All of our vendors all the training schedules are out. So, I love this one.
We have
Did
some
you
good
see
questions in here.
We're going to get to all of those too, because
Yeah.
I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this, Darby. I was telling somebody this story the other day. When I made the change, like when I really was like, shit's changing right now, it was somewhere between mid-September and November 1st. That's when I was like, you know what? I'm all in.
Yeah.
And like books, podcasts, YouTube, trainings, mentorship, groups. Like, this is the best time to do it.
Yeah.
If you think that you're going into slow season, you got the wrong mindset. There's nothing slow about what's about to happen. Like, we really enjoy this time of the year, but it's great. Dude, it's still crazy in the office. The office is buzzing like crazy every day.
It's cool, man. Yeah, it's really cool. Hey, it is Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippitt. If you want to check us out on Spotify and Apple to catch the podcast, if you missed some of the show here, you can check them out anytime in a convenient form. And also remember to join the Heartbeat community. If you have joined the Heartbeat community, especially the paid side of it, you want to make sure your notifications are on, because we're going to be dropping some, what did Rachel call them? She called them nuggets of value. Nuggets of value. Nuggets.
I think she actually spelled it Bizzombs. Bizoms.
Bizoms. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for those.
I have something excited to drop today that Darby, you don't even know about.
Oh my God.
Forrest, is Nick Forrest not here, or is he wearing short shorts at church?
Where is he?
Guaranteed he's working.
He's not showing his dedication to be on these calls the last couple
of weeks. Allie just asked for a promotion, wants to know what's next. I guess she's going to be hitting the phones.
I guess we know what's next.
Nick Forrest is going to be doing permit applications and getting phone covers for me and picking up my lunches.
Little flip-flop.
Yeah, little flippity-floppity.
I'd rather sit by Allie anyway.
She's going to get cold. Or he's going to be cold. No, so this is super exciting. We don't have a date yet, but we'll have it by next week. I just recorded the first call. Elevate to Greatness is going to host an event in mid-January. And we're going to bring contractors in from all over North America. We're going to open up our offices for those of you that are trying to figure it out. We're going to open up our offices. We're going to open up our teams. It's going to be a 2-day event. We're going to show you everything. Like, if you're in the group or you've been on the coaching calls and you're like, man, I feel like they give me just enough, but I need more. Well, at this event, we're going to show it all, right? You're going to talk to our staff. We're going to go through. We're going to show you the sales process. We're going to show you how we close deals. Calvin, you're not allowed to come. Joseph, you can't come. Darby's not going to have it.
No, I'll just give you the wrong information. Here's what you do. You show up using terrible language, stink, be all muddy, and go into their house. That's what you do.
Right. No, we're going to show it all, right? We're going to open our systems. We're going to show you the software we use. We're going to show you the flow inside of HubSpot. We're going to show you Google Drives. We're going to show you everything. We're going to show you the back end of permitting. We're going to show you the administrative side. We're going to show you controllers. We're going to show you how we track numbers. Like, there's a lot of events out there. You're going to leave this event and you're going to say, holy shit, where do I even start?
Right.
And then the last half of the second day, we're going to build you a plan. So when you walk out the door, you know exactly what the next steps are. So this is going to be cool and exciting and fun. And it's going to be busy. Rachel and I were just talking about the other day, how are we going to fit 100 people in the showroom? We decided we're just going to use Darby's house if we have to.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that'll fit everybody. Yeah, you got to wear long pants though. I mean, we're grown-ups.
Definitely have to wear long pants. But
wear long pants.
The only person I'm not going to let you guys meet is Tim. You know, you're not going to have access to our driver.
We just don't know that that's really how we want to be represented. I just think,
yeah,
we love Tim. We love Tim.
We love Tim. No, we do. He did the stories he was telling me today. I said, Tim, we can't talk about this right now. We can't. I got to go. I got stuff to do. I got work to do. You're just distracting me.
He always has a story though.
He does have a story.
Yeah.
So yeah, this event is going to be awesome. You're going to have access to everybody. It's going to be in different segments. And we're going to talk through piece by piece by piece. And I'm not going to tell you how we do it. My team is going to literally show you how we do it. And we're just going to open it up and boom, there it's going to be. And you're going to take your phone and you're going to go picture, 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 picture. I promise you, because I've done it before. I think the coolest thing though, Darby, about this event and the biggest difference is we're going to talk to you about sales and marketing and finance and, administration and all that stuff. But we're going to show you what it looks like inside of the industry you work in.
Yeah.
And the thing for me is that I've always seen how to do it from people who are telling me how to do it, but they don't show you how to do it in my industry, right? Or our industry. So like I had to go figure the shit out. So you're not going to have to do that. I'm going to literally show you a production rate. Just boom, there you go. I'm not going to tell you, hey, Nick, you should really be bidding by cost of materials plus labor plus, subcontractors and markup. I'm going to just straight up show you. And if you're lucky enough, I might just give you the spreadsheet. So,
jeez. Give them
I'm
all
really
stuff.
excited
Like,
for this
God,
event.
don't give them everything.
The only thing that we won't do for those of you listening to this call, if you don't eat meat, too bad, so sad. Oh, unless your name is Darby.
Right.
Darby and Anne-Marie's lunch will be the same price as the lunch for the rest of the 100 people, but it is what it is.
Why is that? That's the dumbest thing. Yeah, it's really dumb.
I was telling Anne-Marie the other day, I said, hey, the next time we have a team event, you can't come. And she's like, why? And I was like, because I go to Santiago's and I buy burritos for the whole team, and your breakfast is the same price as 30 burritos. Straight up.
And it's really just like a Twigs and Hope. That's really the only thing in the burrito. So I don't know why it costs so damn much, but it's true.
It is true.
I'm guilty of it too.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing though.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun. We're excited to, open our office to everybody and show them how we do what we do and, answer questions. There's so many questions out there. And I don't know why. Dude, nobody asks questions in these calls.
No.
But after the calls, it's like boom, boom, boom,
I
boom,
know.
boom. And I'm like, hey, man, why don't you just ask that 10 minutes ago?
Well, we know why, because they're afraid they're going to feel like it's going to be a dumb question. That's just not the way it is.
And by the way, close my computer because there's no more questions. And then I don't even get to the kitchen. I got 10 questions.
Bling, bling, bling. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're kind of afraid that people might think you're stupid, I mean, who cares, by the way? Who gives a shit if they think you're not. You're doing this. You're trying to, so obviously you're not. But, and especially no one here is going to think that. Because
the only stupid question is the one you're not asking.
Especially if there's something that like you've been wondering forever. I'm wondering. I want to know. And you don't ask it. Oh my God. Come on, Jerry.
Yeah.
Get it together, Jerry.
I know there's a lot of people on here actually tonight that I'm looking at that. The other thing in this event is we're going to show you how to do what we do in the field, right? Like you want to learn how to build and sell a swimming pool? Fine, right? I know there's lots of guys in here trying to get into the hardscape side of the business and some of the other things we do. No problem, right? We're going to show you what it looks like. You are no longer going to have to mow lawns and cut trees and do maintenance and yard cleanups and sprinkler blowouts. Like I'm going to show you how to sell one job that is worth more money than the entire maintenance side of your business in a month.
For sure. I've seen that. That's for sure true. Because I've had a maintenance division and I know.
Well, and we're just getting back into the service side of the business, but reoccurring revenue, it's cool.
Sure.
Right. But reoccurring revenue at $80,000 or one job at 200, that's what it is.
He's asking when that event is happening. You said it's sometime middle of January, Tanya.
Let me see here. It's gonna most likely be a Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday. We will release the dates by this time next week. We just recorded the first call today. Or sorry, we just recorded the first piece for it today. And I told Rachel, I put Rachel, ... And she put what? ... And I just sent the video and she said, oh shit, here we go. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. And, you're welcome. Your teams are welcome. So it's going to be really, really, really fun.
It's no, I mean, it's just not done. This isn't done. That's the thing. Like
no.
what,
And we're not even close.
right.
Like we have a lot to show. And I think the more people I work with and the more lives I change and the businesses that are running better or becoming easier to run or have more insight inside of their business, it just makes me want to do it even more. Darby, you might know, like we have coaching calls every single day of the week,
Yeah.
every day of the week, and not
Yeah.
just one, like
Right.
multiple. I'm sure
Yeah.
you know because you're like, oh, convenient. My bids didn't get done. Let me look at next schedule. Oh, coaching call.
There you
Coaching
go.
call.
Thanks,
Coaching
Tanya.
call. Coaching call. Thanks, Jessup. No, but we've been strategic about it. We have a few that kind of land in the middle of the day. But if you look, like, dude, our coaching calls start at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And one of them might even start at 6 because he's on the East Coast. So, but I like it. It's a good way to start your day, making an impact on people and people's businesses. And, clearly I don't do it for the money, right? I do it more for making the impact and making the change. So, what
That is
questions
true.
do we have so far, Darby? Let's rip through these.
We'll get to some but before I'll remind everybody that it's Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippitt. Catch it on the podcast on Spotify and Apple. Get in that Heartbeat community. You can type in elevatetogreatness.com. It'll lead you there if you've not been there. And if you are in the Heartbeat community, make sure your notifications are turned on so you can get notified when Nick Forrest posts pictures of him in short pants. It's Short Pants Tuesday. You missed it already, so be looking for that. Be looking for that next week. So we do have some a quick question that kind of follows up on the event that we're going to have. Britton asks, is the event for Elevate coaching clients or mere peasants?
No, so here's the deal. If you're in the Elevate coaching group, you come for free.
Yeah.
If you're not in the Elevate coaching group, then there's a cost to come to the event. But we want everyone at the event, right? And so it'll be a reasonable amount of money to get you in the room for 2 days. Lunch will be included. I'm sure cocktail hour will be included, even though I've decided that I'm not going to drink alcohol anymore, at least for today.
That started last night, by the
way. No, I stayed strong after you left.
No, I know you did. I know
those hooligans at my dining room table didn't, but I did. No, so it'll be a good event, right? We'll have breakfast, we'll have lunch, we'll have like a cocktail hour at the end so that all the contractors can talk with each other. Some of the best contacts I've ever made are at these events after the fact when they have like these social hours. So that'll be cool. One of the nights we'll potentially do a dinner. We'll do dinner for the Elevate clients, but everybody is invited, even if you're not a specific coaching client.
We'd love to have you there, Britton, for sure. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the top of the questions then. Joseph, we were kind of talking about systems earlier, getting systems in place, and Joseph wants to know, how do you keep consistent with those systems once they're in place? And Omar seconds it with a finger up. I think that's a finger up. I don't think he meant to type another one. I think he meant to type
that. I mean, they both would serve the same purpose technically. Joseph, what a great question. And this is a good question, and I'm glad that he asked it because it's a struggle, right? Here's the thing though, when you put a system in place and your business depends on the system, then it should just continue on, but part of it comes with calendar space, right? And we talk about this all the time. Like, I think Joseph would be okay with me talking about this a little bit more in detail, but like this week I said, hey, let's look at your active job inside of Aspire. So he opened it up and there was nothing in there. And I said, the fuck? And he's like, I don't know. I said, well, why did this call basically trigger this? So like put in your calendar what you're doing on a day-by-day basis in the times that you're doing it, right? So, we set up some systems and some processes to make sure people were doing what they were supposed to do, and it slipped through the cracks. I think a lot of people are like, oh, we put in these great systems and then it lasts for 6 weeks and then it goes away.
Right.
Your business really should start depending on it, and like, this is a great way to hold people accountable, right? That's what Rachel said. You got to hold people accountable, and this is the expectation. KPIs come in a big trigger here. How are people measured on the job that they're doing? And so, I think that when you put a system in place inside of your business, it makes things run smoother. And if the system starts to slip through the cracks, then the business gets a little bumpy. Like I guess I don't really like when we put systems in place, they don't really fall off. Once they're in, they're in. It's just getting them in place.
Well, doesn't that come with kind of making sure that you're putting the right systems in place that actually make sense too? Like if you're putting a system in place that, doesn't make sense for you, you're not going to follow it and it's not going to work. So, I mean,
Sure.
you can't just you can't necessarily be putting systems in place that the exact ones that we have when you have a 10-man company, when we have a, 70-man person company.
Sure.
Sorry, Ali. Sorry. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry.
You didn't see the sign on her desk?
What does it say?
He, him, something.
Nope.
She doesn't think it's funny. She doesn't think it's funny at all. She's like, nope.
Oh, that
It's not
look.
funny.
She gave me that look today. It's not cool, man.
It happens.
no,
Why do you think I left the office?
I just walked backwards. I even said to her, I was like, can we just rewind and pretend that last 10 seconds didn't happen? So I'm learning. I am learning.
I think the other thing, though, like you said, Darby, if you're putting the right systems in place, they're not going to fizzle out.
Yeah.
Like Joseph put in the chat, how many times have you guys missed a morning meeting team call since we implemented it? I'm guessing it's close to 0 because that makes a huge impact on their business, right? That's how he understands what's going on. That's how they talk to the guys in Spanish. That's how they translate on the jobs, right? That's how they deliver the message to their employees. That's a system that doesn't fall off and it stays consistent because it has such a big impact on the side of your business.
On everybody in the company too. Like literally everybody in the company is affected by that simple free thing that you can do.
We have
Good job, Joseph.
Not had a team call since the day we implemented it. 2.5 or 3 years ago. Every single day, no questions asked. Rachel and I are flying, doesn't matter. Right?
For sure.
If someone's sick, doesn't matter. The call happens every single day.
It does.
What other questions we got, Darby?
We have, by the way, Joseph said that he can only count on one hand in 4 or 5 months how many meetings I missed, which is still one hand too many. One hand too many.
I mean, it's good though. Like,
yeah, no, that is good.
Like, the girl who runs his office also is bilingual and does all that, and so like, if she's sick here and there, then it might get skipped, right? Because they're just staring at each other and nodding,
right,
and pointing.
Yeah.
So, but man, team meetings and daily all team meetings, the impact it makes on your business is crazy.
I love them so much every day. I love them because Rachel's always cheerful on them. And sometimes I'm not, I don't know if people know that sometimes I'm not cheerful. So when she starts to call cheerful, it kind of
sometimes.
All right. It's so that helps set the tone. But then when you see the guys in the crew and you see the job sites they're working on, it's like, oh my God, we do really cool stuff. So it really inspires me all the time. And then always to hear from the guys I know we're sidetracking, but I just want to say this because I think it's so cool. The guys on the crew always talking about what they're thankful for. And it's always like, thankful to Rocky Mountain for a job. And I'm thankful that I can send money to my family. I think, God, what a beautiful thing, man. What a cool thing for morale. And what a cool way for all of us to feel kind of together, even though we rarely are. So yeah, and it doesn't cost anything. So yeah, I've never seen anyone do it before. And it's from the first day I started, I thought, man, this is so cool. Every day I think it's cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
Darby, I forgot to tell you.
No more daily calls.
The place of business you came from?
Mm-hmm. I wish I could say I was surprised.
Down to 3.
Down to 3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
call me later. We'll talk about it.
I mean, I remember saying that thing was not doing so hard, but I'm not happy about it. But it's not surprising to me.
Supposedly, some of the financials were loaded. Go figure.
I'm also not surprised by that. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah,
we can talk about
that's for another day.
That is for a whole other thing.
Yeah.
This one came in earlier again from Britton, but I want to mention it because I think this is a good one. Good mindset book recommendations.
I got 2 right at the top of my list.
Get ready, Britton. Write it down.
Rachel, type them in the chat. If you have not read the 10X rule,
I'll type them in the
download
chat.
it in Audible and start it immediately after this call. It will change your life. Let me tell you, I hate books. My controller's goal is to read so many books a year. She finished it like in the first quarter. This woman has read more books this year than I have read in my entire life, including all the forced books in school.
Forced
Like it's
growth.
crazy. Be obsessed or be average. That's another really good one. They're all by Grant Cardone. Those are my top two. Rachel, what are your top two? Rachel reads lots of books. And she reads some mindset books. Darby, do you have some different mindset books?
Mm,
I
I mean,
really like I like those two, but I also like the John Maxwell books.
Yeah.
And the 5 second rule, is that what it's called?
that's when you drop food on the ground, you can still eat it.
No, by the same woman who writes the Let Them theory and like the 5 second rule. I will find them.
Justin posted Winning by Tim Grover. That's another really good one.
So there you go, Brenton. You've got some reading to do. If you like books as much as Nick, you're in luck.
Audible. What I love about Grant's Audibles is he tells a story.
He does.
It's not just reading a book. Like he literally tells a story.
Well, I listen to Grant every day, and he does. He doesn't like when he reads the book. He's not just reading the book for verbatim either.
No, never.
Yeah, no.
I used to follow it and highlight stuff.
Can't.
And I used to tell Rachel, like, where is he? Like, I'm like flipping through pages, and then like 10 minutes later, he comes back to where I was at. I was like, what the hell?
He's talking to the guy recording it. It's like, what? Hey, Jake. Hey, Jake. Yeah, it's never word for word. So.
Oh, the Let Them theory. That's a good one. 5 second rule. That's a good one. Man, there's a lot of good ones in here.
So there you go, Brendan.
Dude, if you look at my Audible, as much as I hate books, probably has 80 books in it. And here's the other thing. Driving down the road, Audible.
I like
Stop
Audible
playing
too.
Music and just listen. This is the best time to absorb all of this. And there's plenty of road time in a day for you guys to get through these books in a week, maybe even faster.
It's true. All right, those are some good recommendations. It's Elevate to Greatness with Nick Lippitt. We do this every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. You can listen on Spotify or Apple. You can't listen to this on Audible yet, but we'll maybe make that happen if you're listening. Abraham, get us on Audible. Abraham, get us on Audible.
So
you can listen
latte,
there,
bro. No chance he's getting us on Audible.
Still no latte. Come on,
know, right?
Come on, man. And again, if you're not a member of the Heartbeat community, become one. And if you are, especially a paid member, make sure your notifications are turned on because we're dropping what do you call them? Bizoms? We're dropping Bizoms every day. There are going to be new posts, so make sure you're checking that out. I'm writing something tomorrow, so actually, if that doesn't get you, I don't know what the hell will.
Tomorrow's your day.
Tomorrow's my day. It's Thoughtful Thursday, and I think if anyone's more thoughtful than me, I can't find them. I don't know who the hell okay, now I got to scroll back up to get to the questions. There was another one that I wanted to get to in there, and now I lost it. I lost the other one. Sorry, whoever asked it. If you asked it, ask it again because we asked that one. Oh, I guess we got to the ones in the actual chat. So, hey, Allie. Do you want some other questions people have been sending earlier in the day, or do you have some other stuff you want to
I get this question all the time, and only you can answer it.
Oh God, is it about my hair?
In the last 2 weeks, I've probably had this question at least 10 times.
Okay.
When is Beyond the Build launching? They want to know. Want to know.
We have recorded 4 episodes of Beyond the Build, which is the new Rocky Mountain Natural Living podcast, which is designed to help homeowners, but also contractors. If you're a contractor, and you are probably, if you're on this call, we're giving away secrets on that too. Jesus. We're giving away all the secrets.
I think the cool thing about Beyond the Build for contractors is that they're going to use it to sell. Yes. Right? They're going to say, hey, listen, here's this literally free podcast that you can look at and you can listen to. This is third-party advice that doesn't even come from us. Right. So do yourself a favor and go through this process and hear what these guys have to say to make sure that you get the experience that you want to get.
It's totally true. And the again, Beyond the Build is not us selling swimming pools to people. It is us trying to to use the word elevate.
It's explaining the process as a client.
Right. Yeah. Because you hear about so many people have so many bad, experiences with contractors, and we kind of want that to go away. So we want homeowners to be prepared for these consultations, for what the process is going to be like. And we want contractors to, by and large, the ones that aren't doing a good job, we want them to get the hell out. And the ones who are doing an okay job, we want them to do a better job because it's better for everybody. So yeah, sell or be sold for sure. He's been reading that to me lately on my daily grants. He has been.
Well,
So.
Britton had mentioned that he said, "I suck at sales." Dot
Oh,
dot dot. And you
okay.
push over. So the thing, dude, the other thing about the podcast, we're talking to clients about the type of contractors they should not do business with.
Correct.
Listen to this podcast. And if you're that contractor, change it.
Right.
If you show up to clients' homes in boots and muddy jeans and you're not prepared and you don't have a leave behind or you don't have, a way to take notes, like if you're a contractor, I was thinking about this yesterday when we were talking about it. Contractors should be listening to this to make sure that they're in the group of qualified contractors that we're talking about.
Absolutely. And there's no excuse like I'm too busy, blah, blah, blah. When I ran my own, and I always scheduled my appointments with enough time for me to go home and shower and change and get better clothes on. Because I was out in the field getting dirty and bloody and all that kind of stuff. And I always scheduled my appointments and I always scheduled it that way. So, and I was a one-man show for a long time. So there's no excuse for like, oh, I'm too busy. I don't bullshit. Yeah, you do. You just have to prioritize it. And I don't want your muddy ass in my house. So
Yeah.
that's just, I mean, nobody does. So if I walk in smelling terrific, which I always do, and you walk in smelling like job site, I mean, I'm already ahead of the game. So just little stuff like that. We talk about things like that. The last one we recorded last time, we have a couple in the can. We have 4 in the can. And Nick wants to have about 75 of them in the can before we launch. So we'll be recording for another week and we'll have those done. But we're going to launch. What do you say? We launch maybe the week after Thanksgiving we launch. Be on the bill. That's what I'm
this
saying.
commitment's on you.
Okay. I'm saying the weekend. I'm saying the week after Thanksgiving.
For those of you on the podcast, you can't enjoy this, but Abraham brought me my latte, and this is what it looks like.
And this is what it looks like.
What a dick. Oh,
Of course, that's the one
all
he
right.
brings.
So give me a date.
We have another good
Should we
question.
launch it on a Friday?
Yeah, a Thursday or a Friday. Yeah. Well,
All right,
it'll be a Thursday or a Friday after Thanksgiving. The following week. I'm telling you, it'll be
Friday
right.
the 5th, December 5th.
Okay.
So
All right, I can do it. Friday, December
put your
5th.
foot
I'll
on
be
the
ready.
gas. No more
I'll be ready.
excuses from Rachel.
I'll be ready.
She can't be like, oh, sorry, Darby, I can't do it today. I got my apron going.
Wow. Oh my God.
Oh
my God.
Fast.
You're not eating. Like everyone's gonna
Yeah.
have food, and you're gonna be sitting there with nothing in that cup that just pointed at you with this.
My enjoyment from the apron usually doesn't come around food time. So
oh boy.
Here we go again.
Let's
MG. You know what MG needs? So, dude, I was looking at it the other day. You know these boards that we bought? You can hit these squares and they make sounds.
Oh no! Oh, I know. I could.
And so MG needs one that goes.
Yeah, yeah. They all have sound effects. There's a harp gliss in there. There's like a cuckoo clock. You have to pop that thing up. I don't think it plays. Does it? Can you hear mine? I can.
I'm trying to hit mine too.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know what it's doing. Yeah, we need one of those.
Yeah, there's like a laugh track in there. It's a good time. Those are fun. We do have before we kind of do the wrap up. We do have a good question from Tanya. This will probably take the rest of the call, but it's a good question. She says,
questions.
"Yeah, Tanya's great. Have you ever had a tough experience as a sub for a job, the GC not scheduling a job well, or managing boundaries with the owner?"
Mm-hmm. Every single GC job I get involved with, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is interesting. We talked about this a little bit on our coaching call yesterday, but the flip side of it, right? Because we essentially will act as the GC for the job.
Typically, yeah.
So let's see. The GC not scheduling job well or managing boundaries with the owner. So I think that there's a lot of things going on here, right? And so you always have to do what's going to be best for your business. I would also tell you that you need to be very strategic in your contracts when you're doing business with a general contractor. Speaking of, we're doing one right now. Darby sold a swimming pool to a client, and the swimming pool is all done. The pavers are 80% done, and the home is unlivable. In fact, it has no windows and it has no doors, and I don't even know if it has a roof on it.
Not technically,
but we're like, dude, we're moving, and like we don't mess around.
Nope.
And so, our contract states, especially when we have a contract for a general contractor, any disruption in the project schedule is billed to the contractor at $1,250 a day. per employee, right? So like, we don't push this on GCs often, but we put it in there. This dude is just dicking us around all day long. You know, he's like, oh, well, we got to stop because the gas line. I'm like, no, we don't. We're going to put it over here. Oh, I don't know that I want to put it over. Listen, man, I'm on a schedule.
Right.
I'm moving. Like, dude, we have material that's been sitting on the curb there for what, 4 months?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I've already paid for it.
Yeah.
But I haven't been paid for it.
Right.
That's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
So, you know, we want to continue to work with subcontract or with general contractors. You know, we want to work with these guys building these houses. But we need to set the boundaries, right? Like at the beginning, just say, hey, listen, guys, like once we get going, we don't really stop, right? Or if you need us to do this and pull off and do this and pull off and do this and pull off, then we need to understand that.
Oh, right.
Write a schedule for your GC and make them sign it. And at the bottom of the schedule, basically just put like, if you disrupt the schedule by more than so many days, it's going to cost you X amount of dollars a day. You know, like it's not okay for you to come and go as you please.
Right.
Why is it okay for them? And so I don't really like to do this, but at times I will get involved with the homeowner. Like we're dealing with this right now, actually. Such a great question. We told the general contractor, dude, we reached out. Nothing. Amory's like, Nick, what do you want me to do? I said, I want you to reach out again and say, hey, we've been very patient with you. Per our contract, we could be billing you at $1,250 a day per crew member for every single down day that we're not working. We have not done that. We've been reasonable. We've been respectful. If we don't hear from you by end of week, end of day, whatever, we'll have no choice but to reach out to the homeowner. And we heard from him that day.
Yeah.
Right? Like they don't want that, but at the same time, like I don't want to be an asshole to these guys.
Right.
They're feeding me work. But
Right.
at the same time, I run a business, right? Like I'm here to run a business. I'm here to make money. I am here on a schedule. I have things that I also have to follow. Like I don't get to just pick and choose when I pay my contractors. You know, understand the payment schedule that you have signed through them because there'll be something. And then the other thing I will ask all the time. So at Rocky Mountain, we do these updates, right? So we do updates for our clients. And I say, okay, Mr. GC, how would you like these updates to look? I'm happy to send them to you and the client. I'm happy to send everybody together. I'm happy just to send them to you, but I need you to give me direction. The other thing that I need direction on is it okay for me to talk to your client or not? Right? Like
That's
if
a
they
good thing
come
to
out
ask. Yeah.
and they're asking technical questions, fine. Right? But at what point do you want me to divert the client back to you? Right?
Right.
We also technically act as a GC. So of course, if they're ever bringing up things related to money or scope or what's included or what's not included or why this costs this much, we defer all of that back.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of set those boundaries and understand at the beginning of the project what that's going to look like. And so when we start these projects with general contractors, we ask all of this. Hey, we do these updates. How would you like them? Do you want us to send them to you and your homeowner? It's going to make you look like a hero, but it might make the rest of your subcontractors and business not look so great.
Might
Right?
make
So
you
I'm
look
happy
not
to
that
just
great.
send it to
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and then, you know, he might say, we actually do some work for some GCs that tell us to just work direct to the homeowner, and the homeowner's literally going to cut us a check. These deals are sweet, you know? And they're like, hey, if you change the scope of the work, you change the contract, you increase it, blah, 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 just let me know. A really good general contractor would just tell the client straight up, hey, I charge you 18% of anything that we do through any of our trades. So
Right.
if you work with my contractors and you do $100,000 extra worth of work, I'm going to bill you $18,000. That's a relationship bill and it's totally legit.
Right.
So I think you just have to understand the expectations, and every general contractor is different. They
And then
really are.
if they don't want to sign that, you just don't want to work for them. It's like when you say that's not a good client for Rocky Mountain Outdoor Living, that's not a good partner for you. If they're not willing to sign those agreements that you put in front of them, right?
Our general contractors that we work with sign the Rocky Mountain Outdoor Living contracts.
Yeah.
We'll happily sign yours, but you're also going to sign yours.
Right.
We will not do work without it. Absolutely not.
Yeah. That's a great question, Tanya. As always,
I like
Tanya
it.
coming with the good questions. Tanya coming with the fire.
Yeah.
Always. Tanya coming with the fire.
Yeah.
Always. Okay, well, I think we're getting to the tail end. We dropped a lot of information on you as we always do at Elevate to Greatness. We do this every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. And again, the Heartbeat community is popping. There's gonna be all sorts of new stuff. It's already started this week, so make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you're checking this out on the podcast, sharing it with your friends. And we have the event that's coming up in January, and we will tell you more about that. It's going to be, again, like no one's does it that way. No one does that and goes, here's exactly how we do stuff. So I'm a little nervous about it. I don't know how I feel about it. I wish we would have talked about this before the call, so I could have.
It's gonna be great,
MG
Darby.
MG looks nervous in there too. Like, no, it's gonna be amazing. So I'm excited about that too. So, do you have anything that you want to say? I mean, we have 6 minutes, but I mean, do we want to give some people some? Oh, Rachel looks like she's saying something, or no? No, oh God, no, she's not. She's not.
Let's answer one or two questions from Allie.
All right, Allie.
Okay. Sorry, I'm frying chicken, so it's loud.
Me too.
What are best ways to keep leads warm when everyone seems really distracted during the winter?
That's a good question.
Read it one more time.
What are the best ways to keep leads warm when everyone seems slower or distracted during the winter?
Turn on the fire.
Just don't wear short pants. How about that? tell them to wear long pants like grown-ups.
No, I actually really like this question because
great.
there's so many guys that I'm like, hey, what's your marketing look like right now? Oh, we're seasonal, so we're scaling back. No, you're not.
Right.
Like this is the time of the year that you should be increasing, and sales don't stop. Like
It better not.
I was gonna say, Darby, would you still be working here if you had no consultations between I don't know December 1st and March 1st?
Man, I have
here's the other
year-round bills.
For sure. You do have year-round bills. And
Yeah.
we were talking about this. I was just talking about this with Joseph on a call. Like, this is a great time to reach back out to all the people that you didn't set up a consultation with, or you didn't get an answer on if they were moving forward with somebody else or not. Get on the phone and call every single lead that you have had this year.
Forrest is doing that now.
Some of these people might be like, Nick, I got this one. But Nick, I don't know where they are. Can't improve something you don't track.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm sorry that you don't keep track of the lead information that you have, but every single lead you get is gold.
Yeah.
And like, until they told you we have decided to move forward with somebody else, you don't stop. So on Anderson Bros, and they're not on the Wednesday calls, but we have his sister calling leads from 2023. And she's scheduling consultations out of them.
Yeah.
Nick Forrest, relay that message, Darby. 2023. And this girl is scheduling consultations.
Poor
She's
Nick
never hit
Forrest.
the phones in her life. We taught her how to do it 3 weeks ago.
He was doing that today. In his defense, whilst wearing short pants, he was calling some old leads today.
Of course he was.
I just
Think
want
he'll wear short pants on Friday. Should we bet on it?
Yes, he will. Oh, he actually today said, God, I might have to wear long pants on Friday. He was really stressed out about it. He doesn't even know where they are. All right.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. Like, you keep working your leads. You lead with some promotions. You lead with scheduling. Get your job done before the year is over. It's not too late. I had a gap in my schedule. Open up. Give a promotion. Right. Do something for the holidays. Like, it doesn't stop. It never stops.
No, there's always ways you can kind of even make it seem like you're organically reaching out to them. Like there's so many ways to reach
bitch
people.
On fire.
Yeah. Light that bitch on fire. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. That's just how we should end the call.
I have this new fancy mic that makes
I
it
know.
sound loud and like you and deep and bold and badass.
See, it does. It does. You got the mic arm and everything. You like the mic
more
arm.
I listen to myself, the better my voice gets.
See, I'm telling you, I told you didn't like the headphones at first, but it does. It does. Okay. I think that's probably good. So everybody, thank you as always for joining us for Elevate to Greatness every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Check that podcast on Apple and Spotify. And